time no see. Hey, we're back with another story time live. Y'all, have y'all ever had someone just so invested? Let me turn this off because it'd be good. You feel me? Have you ever had someone that's so invested into you that it makes you like wonder like what's going on here, right? This is my story, guys. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. So this girl worked with me, and I realized after a while she started saying these questions like during this time. All right, let me back up. During this time, me and my husband were on a split. We had separated. It was right during COVID, right? And so he had went to Cuba right when COVID hit, and he got locked down in the country. So, but we had already separated before he went to Cuba. So I started working at Amazon, and she knew all of these things. She knew why we separated. She knew all of that. So I realized, before he got back, she started to make me question, or is you good? Is you good? So what was she doing? So she was like, just when we would go out to eat, first we started in a big group, and then the group wound up separating, right? But when the group got down to just me and her, she started saying these weird things like, Natalie, that waiter thinks we're together. Elvis in the chat, how you doing? We're talking about look, I've been on the bull. I don't know. I've been like really tired lately. I don't know. Just talking about when this girl was acting weird. So I think you missed some of it, Elvis. Let me recap. This is a crazy story. It's a real story. All these stories I'll be talking about be real. So me and my husband had separated right before COVID. Boom. He's Cuban. He went to Cuba. Boom. He got locked down in Cuba for a whole year. No lie, no exaggeration. So during this time, I'm working at Amazon, and India in the building. How you doing? So during this time, I'm working at Amazon, and I realized she started being normal. But then when we started going out to eat, she would say these weird things to me like, that waiter thinks that we're together. And I'm just like, bruh, no, they don't. Like, why are you saying that? Stop saying that. So I remember one day specifically, we went to go get coffee. It was really late. And this is where my little sirens were like, like, what's going on? What's going on? Bruh, she had got like an iced coffee, and it had a straw in it. And I swear to you guys that she tried to make me drink out of the straw, right? And that's Kool-Aid. And she kept trying to make me drink out of the straw. Drink it. And I was like, bruh, like, no. What? I'm not drinking out of your... I don't like drinking out of anything. Anyway, fast forward. She did this, and then we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of the video, right? So, one day it was a big snowstorm, and they let us off work, which was rare, but she lived like 45 minutes away, and I lived like 15, and she was like a new driver, whatever. And she was like, man, I don't feel comfortable driving. So after she had done all this weird shit, I was like, bro, you can come back to my house. You can sleep on the couch. It's no big deal. So she was like, well, isn't the guest supposed to sleep in the bed? And I'm like, oh, she over here tripping. Fast forward, guys. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Thank you, Elvis. And so what really made me stop talking to her was that my husband wound up calling me. It was like, I'm on my way home. He went to his mom's house. He had got back from Cuba. Boom. And so I was like, why is he on his way here? Because you got to keep in mind, we had separated for a little bit of time. And so obviously her being my friend, and if you know me, like, I'm very open. I text her like, you know, my man said that, or my husband or whatever. He wasn't my man then, but he was like, I'm like, he's on his way here. She was like, you better not get with him. We wound up getting back together. Hey, Kitty, how you doing? Talking about a story time of when someone was being really weird. That was considered my friend. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, guys, because we are on the road to 5K, if you don't mind. Anyway, fast forward. When we started to work, she had knew we had gotten back together. I remember one day he called me at break and I stepped aside and to answer the phone call, and we're eating lunch together. And she was like, sorry guys, this is my camera. She was like, why are you being so secretive? And I'm like, what do you mean being secretive? Bro, I'm a grown woman. If I want to step aside to have a phone call with my husband, my man, I could do that. Fast forward. When we started going to work, guys, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Talking about a time that a girl betrayed me and acted like she was my friend, and she really liked me deep down. It was weird. I'll go back over it if you guys didn't see it. But moving forward, she kept saying, bruh, like during that time my foot had messed up. I like broke my ankle, didn't realize it. Fast forward, so I was limping, but I started realizing during that time, she kept circling these 3 questions. How's your ankle? How's your husband? How's your kids? And it got to the point where it was overwhelming. And so I guess she tried to shade me. She told me one day, and I started to peep game. You know, after a while, I was like, bro, I'm peeping this. I don't want to be cool with you. This is weird, right? This is what I'm thinking. But she really, like, I guess she admired me. She would tell me all this all the time. I admire you because it takes you a while to get upset. So during this time, I don't know if y'all heard about the whole Papa John's thing, calling people out of their names, right? Calling people out of their names. And this lady was a Caucasian lady. Not that it matters, but it matters for the story, right? So, bruh, she was like one day, I guess after she realized I was cutting her off, right? She would say shit and I would just look at her like, you know, I wouldn't even feed into it. Guys, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. On the road to 5K, if you don't mind. So, I started peeping game, and I remember one day she's around this guy that, you know, I kind of helped her get with. And she was like, Natalie, do you eat Papa John's pizza? And I'm like, yeah, like, why wouldn't I? And she was like, you didn't hear what he said? And I was like, look, if the pizza's good at the end of the day, I don't care what he's calling people. Like, that doesn't affect me. Only things that really affect you is if you allow it to affect you. So boom, we're at work, right? And she just keeps trying. I realize this. She keeps trying to get a reaction out of me. And there's a lady with a Tommy Hilfiger shirt on. And she looks at me and she's like, do you see what her shirt says? But at this point, I had already, like, she knew I was like, bruh, I'm not playing. Like, I don't care. And during that time, I had this, like, kind of like a superior job that I took very serious. Twan in the building, Twan in the live, hands up to the sky, talking about another crazy woman that was interested in me, Twan. So pay attention if you don't mind. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for being here. So the lady had on a Tommy Hilfiger shirt, and my job is to check. It's at Amazon, y'all. So I'm checking priority items. You know, a big deal. It's a big deal to me. And she keeps trying to get my attention, the lady that saying all of these weird shits. And she's like, look at her shirt. Do you see what her shirt says? And I didn't even look. But I was just like, bro, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, look, I can't believe she's allowed to wear that at work. But I didn't even look. Later on in the night when we got ready to leave, I finally paid it attention. It said Tommy Hilfiger. She tried to say it said half. And I'm just like, why would you, like, why? So I wind up writing her on Snapchat and just said, look, bruh, You're very unprofessional. I don't even know if I said unprofessional. You're petty. You're childish. Why would a grown woman be that upset that I chose to reconcile with my husband, like, and just feed and fish for attention? Like, y'all, I don't like the magnitude of the equation. Like, a lot of times she would come in, she was just so focused on me. Like, if I had new shoes on, if I had new earrings, new socks, Twan, you better like the live. If you didn't, I'm coming for you. But guys, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. She would always stop. Oh, is your earrings new? Oh, that necklace is new, isn't it? Oh, is that headband? Every single day, bruh. Every single day. And then it got to the point where I was about to say, what's going on with the camera, guys? Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. It got to the point where she would ask me every day, are you gay? They think you gay. Everybody in the department thinks you gay. Are you gay? We think you gay. But realistically, it was her. She wanted me to be gay. She wanted me to be gay, right? Fast forward. So I wind up like just stop talking to her because like bruh, y'all don't understand. Amazon is a 10.5-hour shift. 10.5 hours. To go through that for 10.5 hours, 4 days out of the week, 5 days when, you know, we're in peak or in a high demand season, it's I don't want to say it's stressful, but it's overwhelming. And like, she would train people. She would say, like, I would hear her. That's my friend Natalie. Back then I was 35. She 35. She don't look 35, does she? But it was like she was 24, 25, just childish. I've never, like, and I didn't know back then. LOL, I did, and I like it at work listening. I appreciate you listening to my T-Twine. But it's like, I didn't know back then that I had to set boundaries, that I had to set these kind of boundaries. But yeah, I wrote her and just said, bruh, I don't know what the fuck your problem is. Like, that's not normal. That's not, and she was like, well, I never did those things. Yeah, you did. And it was to the point, the real diva in the chat, moderator on deck. Yes, I would run fast if I was you, LOL. But I didn't realize that, like, so my husband was telling me, and I started realizing that I would post Snapchats, and she would never view my Snapchats. When I got back with my husband, bruh, I would look up, because you know on Snapchat, you can see who's watching your story. She was watching all of the stories, and my husband was like, you know, you can be cool with her. Like, if you need me to go, you know, go out to eat with y'all like y'all used to. And it was like, bruh, me back then, I was 35. I don't have to prove myself to anybody. What do I look like? Come eat lunch with us, husband. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the girl. I'm not going to prove it. So is this recent? Nah, this was like before I moved to Florida. And that's how I ended it. I lived in Kentucky. I worked in Indiana because it was like right across the bridge from each other. But like, that's how I avoided her moving. I didn't move intentionally to get away from her. We had planned on moving, but it was just the point. What the fuck gotta be going on for someone to be that way? Like, it reminded me of fucking, y'all remember y'all know I'm old, Swim Fan, back in the day when it was a swimmer and there was a lady that was like obsessed with that swimmer, and that's what it reminded me of, bruh. I remember, because y'all know I'm a huge Nicki Minaj fan, and she was like, I don't really like Nicki, and I was like, that's cool, that's cool, I get it, you know. But y'all know one day she come up to me and she's like, I don't know if this is a rant or a story time. It's probably both, right? Let's call it a rant story time. Bruh, I don't know what she was singing. She wasn't singing Monster, but she was just like, I think she was singing that song with Big Sean. And it didn't even hit me at first. She was just singing it. This bitch had memorized. She memorized the fucking song to come over to me to sing. Obsession. When I'm saying obsession. So when I wrote her on Snapchat, and said, bitch, you weird. Like, I don't know any woman that would do these things. She was just like, basically saying I'm bugging. She immediately went to Facebook and unfriended me. But like, bruh, bitches be obsessed. I don't even know. I don't get it. I consider myself like a regular bitch. Like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I think last live or the live before that, I came on here and said, my boss told me at work that she thinks, I mean, people like what they like. It's human nature, I guess. As far as what, Nicki Minaj or, I get it. Like, all right, now, like, look, okay, look, hold on. Let me get into this, and I'm gonna get into this, Twan. I'm gonna tell you what I'm talking about, all right? So, my boss told me, because now, like, you realize when you keep going through weird shit like this at work, like, it makes you, like, isolate yourself. Like, I really don't talk to too many people. If I do, it's, like, the managers, just because I would think, you know, they're kind of emotionally equipped to not be on the bull. But my manager told me, because I was telling her about the lady that was sitting on my lap, she was like, the way that I get it. And now I realize it a little bit when I go back and watch these lives. But she's like, the attention you give people, if someone's not used to getting attention and then you're giving them that kind of attention, they're gonna, you feel me? They're gonna eat it up. And like, when I go back and rewatch my lives, and I'm gonna get to what I was talking about, Twan. I guess, like, I'm just a bubbly kind of person. You feel me? I'm just bubbly. Like, meeting, like, at work, my boss can say, Natalie, you know, do you mind going to one? And I'm gonna say, sure. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna say, how y'all doing today? Or I'm just gonna be just myself. And so, therefore, if someone's not used to that kind of attention, they're gonna eat it up. You know what I'm saying? So, Twan, what was you saying? My bad, bruh. People like what they like. Back to that, are you saying, like, in the regards of, okay, in general, the physical body and mind, so people can, or whatever it's called. Okay, I get it. But like me, I get what you're saying. But now me being, you know, 4 years older, I feel like it was projecting. She came to me, Twan, and was like, are you gay? They want to know if you're gay. Like, I get it, the way that I am. I'm not saying I'm super ultra feminine 3000. You feel me? I'm not saying that. There's, like, you know, because there's times where I'm on here and I'm like, bruh, do something. You know, I'm not scared of nobody. Or, and I get it. That's not really a feminine trait. But this lady was projecting. She came up to me. People think you're gay, which I don't give a fuck if you think I am. At the end of the day, I'm not. Your opinion doesn't value who I am as an individual, right? Right. But I just felt like at the end of the day, she just should have came out and said it. Even though she knows I'm not gay, she should have came up to me as a woman, as whatever the fucking urge she got. Because I would honestly respect the individual more if they came to me and said, I like you. Even though I'm not gay, right? Me, even though I'm not gay, but if I would have respected her more as an individual, being honest by saying, hey, Natalie, whatever, you thick. I don't usually like women, but something about you, you feel me? I would have respected you more. I'm not going to respect you by, shit, why don't I have a straw to give y'all a fucking drink? But I'm not going to respect you by saying, drink this, drink this, drink this, drink this. That waiter thinks we're a couple. That waiter thinks we're a couple. Or, oh, are you back with your man? How's your man? That to me, I'm going to wind up eventually ghosting you, because to me, that's very inappropriate. If that makes any sense, guys, I'm going to check the chat. I didn't mean to be on here too long. I wanted to pop out because, like, I've been, like, I don't know, I'm in my car. Y'all can see it's like rainy. It's been raining for like 40 days straight in Tampa, and it makes me tired. But I just shot a video. I was supposed to go live yesterday, but I am definitely gonna go live tomorrow because I need to get my act together. But in general, physical body and mind just control their urge or whatever. People are attracted to energy, spirits, and I get that. But the way she behaved was unacceptable, especially at a workplace. Come on now. people are, oh, we already read that. Don't come off homosexual. She was attracted. Yes, she was. And I know she was. And I think she was projecting. Now I can label it. Back then I couldn't. I was just like, what the fuck is this shit? What's wrong with you? And I kept dealing with it because I felt like we're friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that's my homegirl. But at the end of the day, like, I realized how it made me feel. It made me feel overwhelmed. Like it made me realize, like, bruh, I don't want to be around this bitch because she's so annoying. I was using tape last month. You didn't even pull up. Thank you, Trenton. How you doing? Hey, Terry. At the end of the day, it is night. Amen. Yes, it is. I agree. But everyone might not really have the courage to say exactly what they want to say. I'm gonna get back to you, Twan. I see you in here showing out. Boy. Twan in the chat. Lesbian relationships. I feel you. A lot of people will try you these days because a lot of people are supposedly by these days, and they just did a study where a lot of women are saying they don't mind having a lesbian. That's her though. Hey, Elvis, I'm just being honest, and I get it. Like me personally, like Twan. Okay, look, me personally, I've never been attracted to women. I've talked about this before, I think. And I knew like in the 4th grade, like for me in the 4th grade, that's where, you know, gym class where people would go, the women would go in and just change. I've always been a woman that would go in the stalls and change. And it's not that like I'm ashamed of my body. I just don't, I literally don't like women. I've never been attracted to women. But what you're saying, even though most women might be subject of being in a lesbian relationship, that ain't your girl. But listen, guys, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. I'm on the road to 5K. But what I'm saying is, like, okay, I like white guys, right? I like white guys. But not all white guys like black women. What do I look like pursuing a white man that don't like black women? That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, what do I look like saying, ooh, you know, I'm gonna make you like me. I'm gonna make you like me. And that's what she was doing. At a certain extent, that's considered harassment. That's harassment. If I'm telling you I don't like you, if I'm not interested in women, I'm strictly, right? If I'm telling you I'm strictly, don't try to, that's how you lose friendships. It's not okay to pursue someone that's not interested in you. Your page really comes on my page. I'm surprised I caught this slime. Look, Twan, here's what you need to do, boy. You need to make sure your notifications are on. So when I go live, when I do whatever, you get a little and you can show up. That's crazy because you love them. I'm happy for you, Terry, but that's not me. Exactly. It's considered harassment. Hey, baddie, good day to you. How you doing? How you doing, guys? Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Harassment and racist. Exactly. I think realistically she wasn't racist, but I think that she realized that I started to like distance myself more and more from her, to where, you know, me being a little older now, it keeps fucking happening where she wanted any kind of reaction. Anna in the live, how you doing? She wanted any kind of reaction. So I think that's why she went to the extent of saying, Papa John's, or you see what her shirt says. It wasn't really about being racist. It was about, I want any kind of attention from Natalie. Let me say these things to have her react. Somebody did my wife like that and thought she was really her, what? Somebody thought her, let me start from the top. Somebody did my wife like that and she thought she was really her friend, and she tried to give her a pass and say, okay, don't do it again. But girl kept, exactly. What happened to this woman? I moved. I didn't move for her, but me and my husband, when we got back together, we said we were going to move to Tampa. So we wound up moving to Tampa, and like, I just cut her off. It's nothing to me to like, bruh, I don't know. Like some days, like if I'm pushed to that limit, I can literally just, yeah, I'll see you at work, but I don't say nothing to you. I could be Terminator and act like that is one of my gifts. And like, he knows because he gets it sometimes when he gets on my nerves, but like, I can totally act like you don't exist. I can totally, and that's what I started doing. I tried to let her know, like, bruh, which I didn't have to, but I felt like maybe she needed that. You feel me? A little closure. I am no longer, sent her a message. I am no longer talking to you due to the fact that you keep crossing my boundaries and being disrespectful. I love white, but I love black people. That's dope. I don't know what to say to that, but kudos to you. So, how's your family? My family's good. I'm bi, but I'm happily married to a man, and I have friends that are women, but I never flirt with them. It's all about respect. Exactly. At the end of the day, that's what I'm trying to say, because I feel like my message is, I have a message behind everything that I do. I try to. Sometimes it's just random ranting and it seems like there's no message. But the message is, if y'all are new to the live, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. But I was working at a job, and my husband had went to Cuba before COVID, and COVID hit, and he couldn't fly out the country, right? Right. So I started being cool with this girl from work. And, now thinking and looking back, it was all a setup. I think she fucking initiated being cool with me. Just fucking, I don't know, bruh. There's more to it. I don't want to, but so anyway, she came up to me and was like, old girl that was in our group was suicidal, whatever, and she wanted her to go out with a group of people to make her feel better. So that's what we did. But eventually, for whatever reason, because of the girl, the group started to chop down. And so there was times that we would go out to eat, just me and the girl, and she would say these weird things to me, like, that waitress thinks we're together. And I'm like, bruh, what the fuck? No, they don't. Stop saying that shit. You feel me? And then when we go to work, I realized like she would pay too much attention to me. And side note, I don't even like my man to be extra clingy, but she would say stuff like, you got new socks on, you got new earrings. Like, I could tell. And it's like, bro, why are you paying so much attention to me? Fast forward, my husband came back from Cuba, and like I said, I thought she was a homegirl, but she was crossing the lines multiple times, man. Like, I talked about how we went to go get coffee one night, and she was like, she didn't really like coffee, but I felt like the bitch wanted me to drink after her so bad, to the point where she was like, drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it. And I was like, no, I'm good. I don't like drinking after people. And she just kept trying to shove it down my throat. There was a snowstorm. Boom, we got out of work. She lived 45 minutes away. And she always told me this, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people, now that I'm realizing, she just could have been manipulative. She wanted me to feel like she couldn't drive okay, so she can come back to my place. But I told her, like, yeah, you can come back if you want to. I only live 15 minutes away. And she was just like, where I'm going to sleep? And I'm like, the couch. And she was like, no, the guest is supposed to sleep in the bed. I was like, oh, you on something else, bro. You ain't sleeping in my bed. Fast forward, when my husband got home, obviously me still thinking this is my homegirl, I texted her like, hey, my husband just got home, and she automatically went to, I don't know what kind of state of mind, jealousy state of mind, like, you better not get back with him, this and that, this and that, this and that. And then so I started to peep it, and when we would get to work, she would just start to circle these questions. Because my ankle had messed up. How's your ankle? How's your husband? How's your kids? Or she will switch it up. How's your husband? How's your race? And I'm just like, bro, what the fuck is your problem? Fast forward. I started to I was still eating near that area because it was COVID. It was a big warehouse. I didn't feel like walking 40 minutes and wasting my break, right? So I continued eating there. I just ignored her. I just started cutting her off. I didn't say anything to her. I literally, like I said, it's probably not a good trait. I can just act like you don't exist. And But, you know, even before it got to that point, one day he called me at break and I stepped aside and she was just like, why are you being secretive? And I'm just like, being secretive? Bro, what the fuck you talking about? I'm 40 years old. I don't got to be secretive. If I want to step aside and have my own kind of conversation. Anyway, she realized I was like distancing myself from her. Like I would just say yes, no. So, she started to try to get a reaction out of me, which that's how these people are. To the point where she was trying to go racial with it. You feel me? Do you see Papa John's? You know what he said about black people? Because she was white. And I'm just like, bro, I don't give a fuck what. The pizza's still good. It don't affect me. You feel me? But she was just looking for a reaction out of me. Guys, I'm going to read this chat. I appreciate y'all being here. But I think the moral of the story is make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. But the moral of the story is I think she befriended me. She liked me, and I think this was her way of trying to make a pass at me. And I didn't want to get into it in the beginning, but then I'm gonna read the chat. I had worked a shift that was completely, I think I don't remember what shift I worked, but I wound up transferring to this shift. But the shift I was on before I got to her shift, which was different days, I worked in a different department, and I worked with her dad, right? Keeping this in mind, guys. I worked with her dad. He seemed like a cool dude. So when I finally told him that, like, hey, I'm switching departments and switching shifts, he was like, where you going? And when I named the department, he was like, oh, my daughter works in that department. He was like, I'm going to introduce you to her. So when he introduced me to her, like, this is the first thing that sticks out in my head, because when I'm not tired, I be peeping game. So when he introduced me to her, he was like, hey, this is Natalie. And I swear to you guys, I swear, her eyes like lit up like, oh shit, that's her. And it was like that moment moving forward on me, like white on rice. I'm Italian, Black, and Native American. I love everybody, and especially women, of course. I love everybody too. Like, I've never been like, I don't discriminate. Like, bro, I'm gonna be real. Like, I don't see colors. Like, Elvis, you were here last live where I was talking about growing up. I loved me some Britney Spears. And that's like one of my favorite. Britney Spears influenced a lot to who I am. And I'm not going to get into detail with it, but I love all people. I've never been like, I'm not going to, like, my husband's Cuban. You feel me? And like I told you on this live, like I've dated white guys. Like, I love all people. Like, I don't discriminate, but I'm not going to be with a woman just because I don't find women attractive. That's just me personally. You know, if you do find women attractive, you know, that's you, and I'm not shading you for that. But me personally, I've never been interested in a woman. So for a woman to try to force me to be with her, bruh, I don't know. Like, this shit only happens to me. When I tell people about it, they're like, what the fuck wrong with you, girl? But why does this keep happening? I don't know why it happens. Like I said, my only theory is I'm so bubbly and nice, and these people lack any kind of self-love to the point where they eat up when I'm like, because I'm very attentive. You know, when I'm listening to people, when I'm talking, sometimes I cut people off, I ain't gonna lie. But it's only because I feel like I have ADHD, and and I interrupt people. But typically, I don't know. I think the attention I give people, if they're lacking that kind of attention, they eat it up. I figured out that my right brain, that is nothing right in my left brain and nothing left. Oh, I don't know how to respond to that. Exactly. I would have liked that. I didn't like it because I felt smothered. Bruh, I felt smothered. Like, I felt like, bruh, like, and like, that was the whole thing. Oh, fuck. That was the moral of the story. The moral of the story is, what made me think of this story was, there was a guy's birthday yesterday that worked with us. He was like a manager I was going to be a manager at Amazon. I wound up declining it, but they prep you. They ask you all these questions, and it's called STAR method: situation, task, action, result, right? And he put me in the room and was like, I told my husband I was just filming a video, guys. He's probably like, what the hell is she doing out there? But he told me, like, did you like, said the girl's name, and I was like, bro, what the fuck? No. And he was like, well, she had a crush on you. And he was like, in my opinion, I think all women like women. And I was just like, bro, no, that ain't me. That ain't me. Like, I get it. That's your theory. That's your opinion. But I've never been interested in women. I just know. And like, y'all ain't gonna force me to be it. I guess he said those exact words to her, and it made whatever blossom. So is this a new hairstyle? No, I need to get my hair done for real. This ain't a good hairstyle. This is not new. It's the same hairstyle. Yeah, she's very psychotic. Yeah, I'm 40 years old. Yeah, almost 39. Just turned 39. That bitch had Ulta minerals for real. She's new, and she knew I was straight. And I kept telling her, bro, nah. Are you going on Tuesday now? What are you talking about, Anna? Correct. I'll never be with a woman. With a man, it's impossible. We are exactly why I find women attractive. And I feel you. Jennifer, how you doing? Do you believe in God? Yes, I do. Guys, I'm about to wrap this up. I just wanted to come on here. Anna, let me know what you were saying, boo. Are you talking about like live? Oh, yeah, I was supposed to go yesterday. That's my bad. I've been like, can you see? It's like, I'm dumb, boy. I'm dumb. It's been like cloudy here for the last, like, I promise you, it's rained for like a month straight. And I literally think I had COVID when I was sick a couple weeks ago. I think people at my job are getting COVID. So it took me like a week and a half to get over COVID. And bro, like, I just started working out again yesterday. But this is my live for Tuesday, but I am going live again tomorrow, and I probably should make a post, but I'm on some tired stuff. I just been so tired. I don't know if it's because of the weather, but I just been sleeping. And I'm going live tomorrow, probably 4 p.m. because all the people who told me to go live at 8 p.m. didn't pull up on your girl. And I think you pulled up at 4 o'clock, and I think that's what you were interested in. But yeah, this is my live for Tuesday. How you doing? We in the building, Nat. How you doing? You just missed a weird story. I was about to dip out. I know. Who, me or you? You taking care of business? Okay, Nat. Okay, beautiful. God bless you and your family. Amen. Thank you so much. Yeah, man, but yeah, I don't know why this weird shit kept happening to me. Yeah, I'm trying to take care of business. Trying to. Just telling a story about another girl that was like, you gotta go back and rewatch this live because I was literally about to get off. And I only said I'm about to get off because I told my husband, like, bro, I'm about to go make a video. And I said, I'm gonna be quick because I got my script down. And he's like, okay. I've been on this live for 40 minutes. He's probably like, what the is she doing? But go back and watch it because it's kind of similar to the short I posted yesterday with the girl sitting on my lap. Another woman chose me as their target. You do more getting off than getting off. What do you mean? I'm trying, guys. Like, look, I don't know if y'all seen me. Y'all know your girl like to talk, but y'all ain't gonna hold me up today, right? Right. So I've been actually more active on here lately, excluding like last week or whatever, because I think I had COVID, and then I felt like I just been really tired. But I'm actually looking at my analytics, and YouTube's like, hey girl, you showing out. So I am doing more shorts. I'm doubling up on my shorts. I'm doubling up on my lives. I was doing 1 live a week. Now I'm doing 2 lives. Typically they're Mondays and Wednesdays, but like yesterday I was tired. But that's why I'm here today, to make up. But I did post a short yesterday, if you didn't see it, PGA. This sounds like a movie, like a single white female. I'm glad she's gone from here. She was a white female, but I don't know why they be doing this. And I think Anna, I'm over here yelling like you right here in the car with me. You know that lady at my job, that's what like triggered this shit. I didn't wind up checking her. I didn't wind up checking her because I just said, let me just ignore her. Give me an out. Tomorrow, for real, I got you for an hour tomorrow, PGA. Can you come in tomorrow at 4? I like your energy. Today is a good day. Yeah, I'm recharged. Like, I think you guys know my husband's a truck driver, and he hasn't worked the last couple days. So typically I get off at 6:30 and come home, and I have to have my daughter to school by 9. And obviously that's not any rest, right? But here the last couple days, he's actually took her. Guys, if y'all haven't liked and subscribed, I know I haven't said that in a minute. Make sure you do it. But he's taken her, and I think that's one reason. Like, my body is so weird. Like, I used to tell people this, like, now I can't even relate to it. Like, I used to, when I used to get off at 5 at Amazon, I used to go straight to the gym. Boom. And I felt like those days where I missed the gym, I would be more tired. So the reason why I think I'm more tired is that, for one, the weather here has been raining. Boom. I think I just got over COVID. 2. And then 3 is that he's been taking my daughter to school and picking her up and taking her. So me being that relaxed, I'm just like, bruh, I'm good. And like, I just be tired. But like, I forced myself yesterday to make that short because I was like, bruh, I haven't been on YouTube in like 3 days. Like, nah, man, we ain't going out like this, son. So I made a short yesterday. But like, all of the shit that you guys see, it's real life shit. All the shit I'm saying is real. I swear to you guys, it sounds like a movie. Like, maybe I'll write a book one day. But maybe I write a book one day. But it's all real life shit. The gym will get you going. Yeah, I started the gym again yesterday. And that's what's sad, Elvis, is that, and I'm gonna read the whole chat. I know you guys are blowing it up, and I appreciate you being here. For Mother's Day, my husband got me, I don't know what the fuck you call it, where you do chest press, and then it's like a pull-up thing, then it's like a squat rack, and it's in my living room. So I've been going by, I look at it every day, and I'm like, I'm good. And I think it's because like I just have tunnel vision. Like, I'm trying my best to be on YouTube as much as possible. So I think like that's replacing my gym motivation. I'm straight British, that who like to live live and subscribe. I appreciate you, man. I like your points of views. Thank you. I appreciate you. You know, I don't really know your real name, bro. I want to call you your real name. I don't want to be like, you know, drop your real name if you don't feel any pressure to do so. Natalie, I need you to do a live about Dante London. Your short on Dante got 11,000. You know, every time I talk about Dante, his fake cousin, has this fake cousin came after you? You know, I like to cuss a lot. I know. You know, Johan, is it Johan or Johan? Let me know. I do be cussing a lot, but you know what's so crazy? Like, I can filter it. If my youngest daughter got in the car, I can just switch it up. I don't know how I do that. Probably multi-personality disorder. John, Jesus Christ came at me. He's a fan. He's a trip at me. He came after me and was like, these hoes can't keep my cousin's name out their mouth. And I'm just like, I was just being sarcastic, but I don't think he realized I was being sarcastic. And I was just like, oh yeah, I'll be quiet. And he was like, oh, you better. And I was like, oh yeah, it won't happen again. But I don't listen to people. And then one day when I went live, he oh, he has a fake page about Dante. I put him on. And my people. Yeah, I know he comes after anybody that talks about Dante. And I did realize my short got 11K. That's deep, isn't it? But what was I saying, bruh? He came after me, and then I was like being sarcastic. But like, that's what I was trying to say. I went live one day and I had call-ins, and he called me, and I don't even talk about Dante like that because I got too much shit going on in my real life. You feel me? I touched on Dante one time, and because I felt like it was wrong. You feel me? So anyway, he called my live after I hadn't talking about Dante in years and was like, keep my cousin's name out your mouth. And I'm just like, bruh, I don't even know what your face looks like. Like, I'm not even interested in that. Come on, man. Like, grow up. Like, it's just like, you talk about people who are talking about Dante, but yet you're stalking my live, and I don't even talk about Dante in my lives. Like, just grow up. Like, it's people have too much time. I only get 4 hours of sleep. But guys, I'm about to wrap this up. If y'all don't have anything else for your girl, I hope you liked. I hope you subscribed. I will be going live tomorrow where I do call-ins. I don't know the topic yet, guys, because I haven't, I don't know, I can't get right. But tomorrow, 4 p.m. And if you're still in here, girl, make sure you pull up on me. Guys, I'm about to dip out. I'd appreciate y'all being here. I did not plan on going live for this long. Is it Johan or Johan? You gotta let me know. I slept a long time. Elvis Johan. Because I know in the Spanish culture, y'all put Y's in front of it and make it Johan. So it's Johan. But they're just a joke. I'm back. I don't know what that means. Johan. Okay. Got you guys. Pull up for me tomorrow. I appreciate y'all being here. I don't know who you were joke. They're just a joke. I don't know what that means, but y'all, thank you for listening to my story. It's wide out here in these streets, guys. Don't forget to stand on business. Don't forget to check my description box when if you're trying to book a one-on-one boundary course or just a one-on-one talk with your girl. Also, I have an ebook to learn how to build your confidence if you're trying to build confidence in front of the camera or behind the camera like me. But make sure you check the description box, guys. I love you. I miss you. And I'll be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Thank you for pulling up, guys. Thank you, moderators. Thank you for doing your thug dizzle. I'll see y'all soon.